So a couple of things that I wish that I would have known about my Sony FX30 before I bought it. If you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. Now, these are a couple of things that, I did a lot of research on this camera before I bought it. I combed through everything. I looked at all the different cameras and I was like, okay, this is the one for what I need. I need this camera for the channel. It's going to be mainly a studio camera, this, that, and everything else. Well, during that time, I started, doing like the research, and like, okay, like picture modes. Like right now we're shooting on the Sony ZV-E10, obviously. We're shooting on the Sony ZV-E10 right now because we're going to be taking a look at old Mr. Freaking Beautiful. Now this, my Sony FX30 is paired with the Sigma 16mm lens today. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is I was prepared to buy Sony memory cards because I was looking everywhere and I couldn't find anything. Well, I found Lexar Professional 160 gigs. They are obviously, if it'll focus, type A CF Express. So you can use this in your Sony camera. And I was like, my gosh, man. Because for Sony, they're like $300. They're like $300. But they do 100% fit in your Sony camera. So you could take that, you slide that baby in the slot. Come on, let's go. You got to be kind of careful. This thing has got double slots. It'll read like the regular SD, and then it will also read the CF Express, but only one or the other. You can't have both in the same slot at the same time, which would have been actually kind of cool if you did, because one of them has the readers facing one way and the other readers are facing the other way. So that would have been freaking cool. That would have solved you a ton of problem. You only would have had extra backup. It would have been even more. Now, not to say that you don't have extra backup. I mean, obviously you have the two slots, so you've got, and you can record simultaneously. So if you mess up on one, or if like one card fails on you, I mean, that's pretty good. If you're a professional, you probably want to be able to back your stuff up. So when I saw the simultaneous thing in there, I was like, cool. I watched a lot of videos on this camera and still came away not completely fully knowing or understanding exactly what I was going to be able to do with it, or how big of a problem it was going to be to do certain things. Now, for the most part, everything I've shot on this camera up until the video this morning and the video last night was all shot in Cine EI with S-Log 3. So if you haven't, if you're new to this camera and you're like, my gosh, dude, you don't understand that. You don't understand LUTs. You don't understand any of that nonsense that you hear everybody else talk about. Froggy's here to save you. So on this camera, let's go ahead and flip her on. I'm going to try to get you guys the best view I can from where I'm at. So if you go into menu, you go into your menu button, and then you're going to come down to where it says is it movie settings or log shooting settings? No. Color gamut? No, you want to get out of there. You want to be in the one that says that you want to be in the one that's like, oh yeah, you want to use these different types of, okay, so right here. So if you look back there, I'm in PP11. A lot of people are telling you, like when you buy this camera, to no, shoot in Cine EI, do this, do that, do everything else. If you're new to this camera like I am, do yourself a favor, pick one of the PPs and put it in there, because then when you film your content, you see how my colors are coming out right now on the Sony ZV-E10. That's pretty much what it does for you. You'll have to get in there. If you shoot in PP11 or 10, PP10 is going to give you high dynamic range, like HDR, whatever. PP11 is kind of a like there's a few of them. These are programmed picture modes or whatever. Basically, they're like easy mode. They're like easy mode. I didn't think this camera had easy mode, but these are like easy mode for this camera. And nobody tells you how to find easy mode on this camera. You kind of have to play around. Like nobody tells you that. It's like everybody that bought this camera is just sitting there trying to talk smart. And it's like, okay, like I get it. Like I understand the whole Cine this, the whole Cine that, whatever. But if you're like me and you want to learn how to grade your color and do all of that down the road, like you do, like that is a goal set there. It's not like, but I want to film, I want to make content now. I want to use this camera now. I want to film my content and not have to play around with things, because up till now with this camera, all the videos that I've been shooting, I do have like software in my editing software to play with all the settings and stuff like that, but I don't have any LUTs downloaded. I don't have any of that because I haven't had the opportunity to like do that. That's stuff that I am learning, but I want to be able to put out good looking quality content that's at least good looking, that has good color, that has good, good skin tone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want everything to just look washed out. And that's kind of the way it was, looking. I'd film the video, I would play back, and it would look washed out because I'm shooting in, like Cine EI or S-Log3, and I don't have anything set up in there. But I mean, I wish that I could just, I get how shooting raw and all of that is good. And that gives you the ability to just blow up and push whatever you want. And I love that. That's why I bought this camera, because I want that. But I mean, like, for new users, getting this camera and pulling it out and not knowing absolutely nothing about it, that's kind of frustrating, man. That's a little bit scary to think that, like, oh my gosh, dude, I just bought this $1,700 camera and I can't do nothing with it because I didn't know what I was doing. And that sucks, man. That sucks. I hate being in that position. Like, I do. I hate being in that position. But thankfully, I like to read and I like to push buttons. And I found that. And so, like, the couple of videos that I've shot in the last, day or two, they look pretty good. They look really good. So I'm still shooting in 10-bit color. I'm still doing all of that stuff, but I'm actually getting at least some easy mode when it comes to like the shooting status or what I'm shooting. That's pretty cool. I wish that there was somebody out there smarter than me on cameras. They would cover this kind of stuff, man. They would put down the ego for a minute and like teach newcomers, they want to learn this stuff. Like, I'm learning this stuff for my channel, man. I ain't coming after your wedding business. I ain't coming after any of your like duck hunting videos or anything like that. I just want to know how to make my stuff look incredible for my community. So, all right, my friends, thank you guys for tuning into this video. If you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'm an Amazon affiliate, so I'll go ahead and throw a link to the Lexar Professional. That's where I got it. Literally came next day, so that was incredible. Actually, it was supposed to come last night, but it came this morning, and I think the reason why that happened is because I ordered this Ulanzi little freaking tripod that I could put on the table, and these little bad boys. I bought an extendable microphone stand. This one right here that we see right here in the frame. I bought this so that I could boom stuff out, and it only goes up to like 3/8, so I had to get the little converter so I could bust it down to 1/4 inch so that I could screw in my camera so I could do some overhead shots or boom out my other cameras or something like that, or boom out some of my other stuff. So that is pretty freaking incredible, man. Like I said, I'll have a link in there if you guys want to pick up this memory card. And thanks for watching this, guys. You guys are awesome. We'll see you in the next one.